Welcome, family, to another video. Today we're going to be addressing the colonizers. Okay, we've already addressed the occupiers, the Sephardim, okay, the Jesuits, Esau, who came in with Columbus, okay, with Columbus really representing Lucifer, okay, in the physical form, okay, and also Columbia, okay, which is represented by the Statue of Liberty in New York, is also Lucifer in the feminine form. So now you can understand why the statue is so important and why New York, specifically Manhattan, is so important because it was designated as the New Jerusalem by Francis Bacon, and we'll get into that later in this video. So we're going to be talking about the colonizers. Now we know that America is called a land of immigrants, and that sounds like a very innocent name, immigrants, okay? But are they innocent immigrants, or are they or do they come as freeloaders, parasites, and as colonizers to the Americas, which is the promised land that the Most High gave to the chosen people, Israel, now called, well, many of us called Negroes, African Americans, and colored. So let's get into the children of Cain, which are the Germanic tribes, and also the Germanic Ashkenazim. Now, I was thinking about splitting the two groups up and talk about one group first and then another one, but these groups are so intertwined that I'm just going to be reading about them together. Now, I may be able to get through this in one video. If not, stay tuned for part 2 of this video. It's going to be very important, and there's going to be I'll be telling you the distinctions between the two groups, okay? So first I'm going to recap from the last video. Now this is important, that before the way before the American Revolution, the first settlers, the first Esau at the Sephardim or the Jesuits, they came in. They first settled in New York, and of course we know New York has Manhattan, which is the New Atlantis. Okay, so they first settled in New York, Newport, Rhode Island, and Savannah, Georgia. And then many of them, because they wanted to enlarge in the slave trade, left Savannah, Georgia, and went to Charleston, South Carolina. Okay. And whilst it was not until the Spanish and Portuguese Jewish people had ceased to migrate in numbers to the USA that the western portion of Pennsylvania, okay, was settled with the arrival of many Jewish of Germany and Polish origin. And of course, we know those are the Ashkenazim. Okay. So I'm going to be reading from my notes, so have a little patience with me. Basically, what we're dealing with here is the occult stealing of Yisraels, or of course the 1828 definition of America, the copper-colored people that were here before the Europeans arrived, from the Webster's Dictionary, 1828. The occult stealing of Yisrael's inheritance, our birthright, our promise, our covenant, our identity. Also, through their grafting in with our people, through intermixing, interbreeding, through the rape and all of those evil things that was done against our people. Okay, and this was orchestrated originally, the stealing of our birthright from Philadelphia, 1787, with Ben Franklin, the Hellfire Club. Once again, if you haven't seen the series by Ross Ben on the Mystery of Philadelphia on YouTube. Go and see that series, because it's going to enlighten you on what I'm continuation of what I'm talking about now. Okay. And so it was orchestrated by the Philadelphia Brotherhood, or the Philadelphia Society, along with the Daughters of the American Revolution and their sons, the Ku Klux Klan, who are also Knights, Catholic Knights of Columbus. Okay. So let's continue. Now, once again, as I said, the Sephardim, okay, they came in with Columbus back in 1492. So now they're gonna welcome in and call in their agents, okay, which were the children of Cain and the Ashkenazim, okay, and how was this done? It was done through a Sephardic lady by the name of Emma Lazarus, who did what was called the Petrarchan Sonnet of 1883, okay, where she wrote a sonnet called the New Colossus, okay, that's represented by the Statue of Liberty, which we said was Lucifer in a feminine form, Columbia, okay. Now, in this sonnet, the New Columbus, the New Colossus, okay, it says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door." Okay, so we've all heard this saying before, and it sounds so innocent, but basically it was a call for the allies and the agents of the Sephardim, calling the children of Cain, the Germanics, and the Ashkenazim to complete the invasion of the Americas, our land, specifically North America, which is where the chosen people of Israel currently reside and have been there for thousands of years, okay? So I'm going to just read some things that she said in this sonnet, okay? Coincidentally, Nancy Pelosi and other people have, the FBI Director James Comey said that this country's greatness and true genius lies in its diversity, okay? And Nancy Pelosi's interpretation from early 2017 said, "The strength of our country is in its diversity and is its source of revitalization, which comes from our immigrant population." So once again, throwing code words to the immigrants that came in after the Sephardim, the Germanic tribes, okay, which we know a lot of them came in during the Revolutionary War. They're called Hessian troops that was fighting for the Germanic Hanoverian king, King George III, who was in control of England at the time. He was the king, and also he was ruling over the 13 colonies. Okay, so let's see. It's also said that in this sonnet, Emma Lazarus says she felt sorry for the Russian Jews who were being punished and attacked in Russia. Okay, she had heard of the Russian pogroms that followed the assassination of Tsar Alexander II in 1881. As a result, and the poor standing of living in Russia in general, thousands of destitute Ashkenazi Jewish immigrated from the Russian Pale of Settlement, where? To New York. Okay. In 1883, Lazarus founded the Society for the Improvement and Colonization of East European Jewish. Okay. In 1882, she wrote the Epistle to the Hebrews, advocated for an independent Jewish nationality and of a Jewish repatriation in the Zionist state of Israel and Palestine. So she was one of the earliest Zionists, and people calling for the repatriation of Jewish people to Palestine. Now it's funny that this repatriation was going to be for Ashkenazim, not for the Sephardim who came in, who are occupying America right now. It was for the poor Russian and Ashkenazim Jewish, for them to go to Palestine, because for the Sephardim, America specifically, New York is their homeland. Okay, so with that, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to be getting more into this topic in future videos. If you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.